What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while, so we're just going to start off. I took that thing to an event a few weeks ago, right before we came up to Pennsylvania, before we left Florida. I just wanted to dial it in. I only got a couple runs in, got a feel for how the car felt, and since then, I know some changes I need to make to it at the track, just driving style things, and it's also tuned a lot better now. So before I go into that, I'm going to show you guys a quick dyno run here. Now it's just for diagnostic purposes, because so there's no like power number, but buddy of mine, Barry, fellow drifter, he threw this thing on his dyno that he actually has at his house. Barry has a channel. It's Spank Ranch Garage. I'm going to put the link down below. Go onto Barry's channel, go to his last video and let him know that I sent you. His channel is pretty cool. It has a lot of technical stuff, and I always find myself just sitting there watching him do stuff that I couldn't even imagine myself ever attempting. So Barry helped me out, got this thing way more dialed in than it was, and it runs good now, so I'm super stoked. So we're going to see how it holds up this weekend. So since that Showtime event, this thing is now fully wrapped, front, rear, the whole nine. Got some underglow on it, got some interior lights on it, finished up some wiring stuff. I did some maintenance things and just addressed a couple other little small things that just kind of presented themselves over time. And what I'm doing now is starting to load up for the track this weekend. So we're doing Englishtown, Club Loose, Haunted Moves, 2-day event, Friday night, Saturday. Drifting all day. I cannot wait to drive. I know Englishtown, I know the track. It's a familiar place for me. That's why I'm so excited to bring this car there. And on top of that, we were fortunate enough for Morgan's dad to let us use his basically brand new car hauler. So first time that Judy is going to have an enclosed trailer behind her, and it's just going to make, especially an overnight event, it's going to make the track so much better. All right, guys, so it's the next day. We're out here. I am working on a heat shield. So as you can see, I have this heat shield right here for my brake reservoir, but I was reading some things on the Club Loose group, and they like to see with the V8 car, since the header's all the way down there, the heat is kind of coming up from the bottom side. So I'm gonna make something that will wrap around the master cylinder. So as you can see over there, I have the pickup, or the mounting point is the stud for the brake master for this top one. So I'm gonna try and mimic that, just reversed. So that tab will be bent in, it'll bolt to the master cylinder, it will go underneath the brake lines, and then roll this piece of metal up so it'll kind of like enclose the master. So I'm going to cut this down to a shorter length. We'll get that bent and just start doing like a crude little mock-up here. We'll try and get this guy rounded. I'll find like a piece of pipe or something to bend this around, and we'll see if we can get ourselves a nice little heat shield that wraps around the bottom. I think I brought home my gold tape, so then I'll just cover it in gold tape and we should be good to go for that. Bend the middle around the pipe, because I want to get it around enough that it will, kind of like that, just a little more, that it'll bend around the bottom of the master. And I think I have some rubber trim somewhere in the garage here still that I could put around here, just so that it doesn't cut anything or rub on anything that it shouldn't be rubbing on. So I'll keep bending this. This is kind of what I'm going for. It's just a matter of like tweaking it and getting it to fit. So let's drill a hole here. And once a hole is drilled here, I can really slide it in on the stud and see where it fits. I made some slight changes to it. Basically just shorten it down a little bit, so now it lines up with the master. I got that little roll around on the bottom side, but I need to pull a little bit off the top. And I think what I'm gonna do is, with it up against the master here, I'm just gonna I'm gonna mark some spots and basically cut some slits in there for the the brake lines and have it kind of just like clearanced for it. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, final piece here. Slide it on down under. Let's get it around this steam vent hose. Doing this with one hand is harder than two. All right, so it's all lined up there. Let me get it attached. All right, so we are fully attached. It's not bad. You can bend this up and finesse it a little bit better, but it ultimately creates a heat shield on the bottom side of the brake master, and then you got this guy as a heat shield for the reservoir itself. So I'll play with it a little bit more, but otherwise we are moving on to the next thing. So harnesses have to be done a certain way. There's a proper way to wrap them, and then ideally what you want to do is so these guys aren't flapping around, you tie them up, zip tie them, make them all nice looking. So I haven't done that yet because I knew that I had to tighten these guys up. So I'm gonna go through the whole process here of loosening them up, and I wonder if I probably won't have to completely undo them. If I can just get a little bit here, and we'll get these guys tightened up a little bit further, because basically with them like maxed out, it was just barely fitting me. So we'll go like right here. I gotta pull this tight, so hold this here. Pull this guy through, pull this guy through, and then pull this guy up through here. Doing harnesses is always a little bit of a pain, just because, like, you know, it might take a couple tries to get it to where you want it to sit. So here we are, all tied up, and we're good to go on the harnesses. I'm gonna adjust the other side while I'm here. And that was pretty much the last thing. Once that other side's adjusted, it's pretty much the last thing that I need to do, because now I won't have to run these at maximum tightness just to fit. So getting it done. All right, you guys, Mike from the future jumping in here to wrap out and explain what happened with this video. Basically, we were heading to the track Friday night and my truck broke down 15, 20 minutes from the track. Thought it was a fuel pump. I went and bought a fuel pump. We replaced the fuel pump. Turns out it wasn't. It was actually the power wire to the fuel pump. It broke about 3 inches inside the wire loom. Apparently the fuel pump was done previously and they crimped the power wire, all the wires, to replace the little pigtail harness. It broke. I didn't know. I didn't even know that crimp was hidden under the loom, but it is what it is. Alright, so now I gotta cut. I drifted. I got no driving time on Friday night. Saturday, I went out. Track was a little slick in the morning. I had to start dialing in pressures and figuring out what this car liked. I hit a major roadblock when I basically realized that stock angle for this car will not do me any good. I got some driving clips that I want to share with you guys. I got a couple runs from inside the car, and Morgan got some shots from outside the car during the event. It was great seeing all my friends at Club Loose. You know, Haunted Moves is one of my favorite events. So like, even though there was kind of a damper on the whole weekend with the truck, and that just kind of set the tone for me. I was in the wrong headspace basically for the whole entire rest of the drift event, but it was really fun to hang out with everyone, party with everyone on Friday night and all that jazz. So we're gonna jump into some footage here, and I hope you guys enjoy. And I promise once we keep, you know, progressing with this car, the videos, there will be more video content. It's been tough because I don't really feel like having you guys watch me spin out a bunch and just, you know, do like kind of 50-50 laps, because I'm trying to figure it out. But, you know, I still want to show you guys what I can and show you guys the good stuff. You know, it happens. It's a learning curve. I fully expect it. I expect it to be easy, but I do expect that once this car has better steering angle, I will drive. It'll be like a light switch to learning how to drive it more. So now that you guys saw some drifting, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys kind of see the progression that I'm making in this car, and I'm hoping that the next event we do will be a full event of driving time and not just fighting this thing and fighting other life issues, you know, that pop up and arise, vehicle issues and whatnot. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you check out stansco.jp if you are interested in drifting your CTS or cts-v first gens. And other than that, make sure you follow me on Instagram, like this video, drop a comment below what you thought, and I'll see you guys in the next one.